Left to right, we have head coach Amanda Cromwell, student athletes Claire Winter and Kaiya McCullough. We'll open things up with an opening statement from Coach and a couple of questions for the student athletes. Coach?
Yeah, so it's great to be back in Orlando. I coached here at UCLA for many years, so it's a homecoming for me of sorts. I have a lot of former players, friends, and excited for the atmosphere that the Orlando City Stadium will have. It's a fantastic stadium. I have seen a game here, the Pride play this past summer, so I know what kind of fans Orlando has, the crowd that can be out here. So just really hoping that same support that comes out for City and Pride come out for the Final Four. And you know, our UCLA players are really excited and loving the warm weather, and you know, just hoping that those thunderstorms stay away. And I think the forecasts look good. So just super excited, and I know these players have a lot to say as well.
Claire, can you maybe talk us through the journey of the season and how you guys ended up getting to the College Cup?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely had our ups and downs. For the most part, Pac-12s went really well, preseason went really well. We have a very young team and a lot of depth, which proved to help us throughout the season. And we are all just super excited to be here. And we know we're gonna have to all believe in ourselves and work as hard and play the best soccer we can in this upcoming weekend.
Kai, what's the excitement level for you and your team to walk into the stadium and be at the College Cup?
I'm already bubbling right now. Just like Coach and Claire said, we're ecstatic. It's an incredible opportunity that we've been given, and just the platform and the stadium and all the people and all the fans supporting us. It's definitely an exciting environment to play in, and especially doing the sport you love. You really could ask for no better place to be.
All right, we'll go ahead and open things up for questions. Once again, if you would, on your first question, just state your name and your affiliation. Over here on the
Alicia Delgallo with the Orlando Sentinel. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Can you first, I'll have a couple questions for you, but first just what's your opinion of the overall field of teams that were in the competition this year?
I honestly think the 4 best teams throughout the season are here. I think the quality that all these teams have showed consistently throughout the season was there, and there are a few teams that obviously could have made it and you know, made some good runs at it, but for the most part, I believe the teams that are supposed to be here are here.
And you've competed for a Cup before. How do you think things have grown since then and changed, and is there still work to do in women's college game?
Well, there's always work to do. I feel like whether it's you know, getting more press or TV coverage in the earlier rounds, that's a big thing for me. We're on TV all year on the Pac-12, and then we go silent before the Final Four. There's been some games on, but it's really all just streamed, and so to me, I think ESPN's missing out on some opportunities, maybe to televise some regionals. But again, when you come to a stadium like this, you already see you know, the logos that are up, and just how it's being approached is very professional. And I think the colleges themselves are putting a lot of resources behind their teams and making sure we have what we need when we're here. UCLA is masters as a department of winning championships, and they throw everything at us that we need, so we can just concentrate on what we need to do on the field.
The questions? Second row.
Claire, can you talk a little bit about what it's been like to be with a team that has so many underclassmen playing important roles?
Yeah, definitely. We are mainly a team that has a lot of people who are playing that are freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, and that has helped us a lot. Definitely, we have players like Fleming, Ashley Sanchez, Kaiya right here, who are play big roles on the team. It's been really fun to watch these girls get better as the season's gone on, and they definitely have showed that they deserve to be out there, and all of them have grown to help this team be who they are right now. Yep.
Other questions? Front?
For Coach, just kind of, what is the arc of Jessie Fleming's first 2 seasons been for you? I mean, as good as she was right away, where is she now?
It's interesting, as she came into us last year right after the Olympics, it was like hit the ground running, And she scored a lot of goals early on, and she was having this impact. I was like, oh, that's different. I didn't expect her to be the goal scorer. It's more about the playmaker. And I think this year you're seeing her fill the role that we thought from last year it would be, is just kind of taking control of the games, running the show, controlling the tempo, all those things. And you saw with her when she went back with Canada and played the U.S. in that first game, how much she has developed over the course of a year. I thought she was tremendous in that game, probably the best player in the field for either team. And the college games helped develop her. And you can see what kind of there's some things being put on her in the college game that she wouldn't get anywhere else in the world, because of the level of competition, because of the level of training we have at UCLA with so many good youth national team players around her. These players push her every day, but it's the level of competition that has really helped her, because she's played different roles. In the first year, she did come in as a goal scorer, and we needed her to come up big in some ways as a goal scorer. Especially, Darian Jenkins went down with a broken leg in that season, and we've moved Jessie to a false 9. So she's played different roles and seen herself take on the team as far as a leadership role, but also just how does she kind of mold herself into a different player every game, because now this year teams are keen on her. They're trying to man mark her, sometimes double team. So she has to figure things out, and I think you see the result of that and how she's playing now, of just taking her game to another level.
Coach, can you talk about kind of bringing in all these young players and sort of bringing them up to speed on the team, and what's been like the biggest struggle with that, and how the team has improved throughout the course of the season?
Our team, we are young. We only start, right now, we only start 2 seniors and 1 junior. But we also have players on this team, Claire and Zoe Goralski, who are 5th years who won a national championship. So we have really good senior leadership intermixed with that youth, the skillful youthful players that bring that energy and enthusiasm. And right off the bat, it took some time for some of them. Even those with good youth national team experience, they still had to adapt to the college game. There are some things in the college game, the speed of play, the physicality, and adapting to new teammates and all those things. So you see someone like Ashley Sanchez, it took her some time to get in there, and it wasn't until maybe the Virginia game where she kind of had her breakout game, and I was like, oh, there she is. And along the way, though, we had so many different weapons and so many different threatening players that players stepped up along the way to kind of fill the gap. And when you look at our attack, especially, and the kind of players we have in different positions, they're very interchangeable, and they can take on different roles, and that's been key to our success.